The air hung heavy over Falkirk, not just with rain, but with the memory of July 22nd, 1298. The ground, scarred and silent, remembered where thousands clashed and steel met steel. Scotland, bloodied but unbowed, dared to dream of freedom. In their midst stood William Wallace, legend and guardian of Scotland. But Falkirk would test their mettle like never before. William Wallace was not born to nobility. He was a man of the people, his early life shrouded in mystery. He rose against English occupation, his name echoing across Scotland. At Stirling Bridge, Wallace's legend was forged. He became a symbol of resistance, inspiring Scots to fight for freedom. Edward I, King of England, was not a man to be trifled with. Known as Longshanks for his imposing stature, he possessed an iron will and a burning ambition to bring the whole of Britain under his rule. The Scottish uprisings, ignited by Wallace's victory at Stirling Bridge, were a thorn in his side, a challenge to his authority that he would not tolerate. Edward was a seasoned military commander, ruthless and calculating. He had subdued Wales, his armies leaving a trail of shattered castles and broken dreams in their wake. Now he turned his gaze north towards the unruly Scots. Gathering a vast force, he marched north, intent on crushing the rebellion and teaching these defiant northerners a lesson they would never forget. The encounter at Falkirk was not a battle he intended to win. It was a reckoning he meant to deliver. The air crackled with tension on that summer day. The 22nd of July, 1298, dawned bright, the sun glinting off the armor of the assembled armies. The English, a force of terrifying might, stood poised on a rise overlooking the field. Their ranks bristled with longbows, the deadly weapon that had already earned the English victory on many a battlefield. Across the field, the Scots, outnumbered but defiant, prepared for the onslaught. Wallace, a master tactician despite his lack of formal military training, had arrayed his men in schiltrons. These were formidable circular formations of spearmen, their long pikes pointed outward like the quills of a hedgehog. The schiltrons had proven effective against cavalry charges, but they were vulnerable to ranged attacks. And Edward had come prepared. The English longbowmen, unleashing a storm of arrows that darkened the sky, rained death upon the Scottish ranks. The Scots fought with the courage of desperation, but the English advantage was too great. Their ranks began to crumble, the dream of victory fading with every fallen warrior. Wallace, realizing the battle was lost, managed to escape the carnage, his legend tarnished but his spirit unbroken. The defeat at Falkirk was a devastating blow to the Scottish cause. The battlefield lay littered with the bodies of their countrymen, a grim testament to the price of defiance. The dream of outright victory, fueled by the triumph at Stirling Bridge, seemed to evaporate like mist on a summer morning. William Wallace, who had ridden into battle a national hero, emerged a figure of tragedy. Unable to unite the fractious Scottish nobility under his banner, blamed by some for the disaster at Falkirk, Wallace took the painful decision to resign as guardian of Scotland. He retreated into the shadows, his dream of a free Scotland seemingly shattered. The English, emboldened by their victory, tightened their grip on the country. Castles were reinforced, garrisons strengthened, and a puppet king installed on the Scottish throne. But the spirit of resistance, though dampened, was far from extinguished. In the Highlands and the Lowlands, small bands of Scots continued to wage a guerrilla war against their oppressors, their defiance a flickering flame in the darkness. The Battle of Falkirk, though a resounding English victory, did not mark the end of Scotland's struggle for independence. In fact, it contained within its tragedy the seeds of future resistance. It was a brutal lesson etching itself on the soul of a nation. Scotland's leaders, Robert the Bruce among them, would learn from Wallace's mistakes, understanding the need for unity, strategy, and unwavering resolve in the face of English might. Falkirk also solidified William Wallace as a national icon, his story passed down through generations. He became a symbol of unwavering courage, a martyr for the cause of Scottish freedom. His image adorned banners and his name became a rallying cry, a reminder that even in defeat, the flame of liberty could not be extinguished. The dream of an independent Scotland, though deferred, burned brighter than ever. The memory of Falkirk, a day of sorrow and loss, was transformed into a source of inspiration, a reminder of the indomitable spirit of the Scottish people. The wind still whispers across the fields of Falkirk, carrying with it the echoes of that pivotal battle. It is a place of somber reflection, where the weight of history hangs heavy in the air. But Falkirk is not just a monument to defeat. It is a testament to the enduring spirit of a nation, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the dream of freedom can never be truly extinguished. The Battle of Falkirk was a tragedy for Scotland, a day when their champion fell and their hopes seemed dashed upon the rocks of English might. But from the ashes of that defeat rose a new sense of national identity, a steely determination to never again let their fate be decided by outsiders. Falkirk, then, becomes not just a place of sorrow, but a wellspring of inspiration. It is a reminder that the path to freedom is often paved with sacrifice, and that true victory is not always measured in battles won or lost, but in the enduring spirit of a people determined to forge their own destiny.